Hi everybody and welcome to another SyncApps Walkthrough Wednesday series. And for this week, we'll have Apple Mail to Constant Contact featured integration. So I'm Joanna and I welcome you all to our Walkthrough Wednesdays, and I'm so glad to have you with us. So a quick overview on what we're going to be going through this webinar is, firstly, I'll be showing you the major features of this integration, of course, Apple Mail to Constant Contact, and a flowchart diagram and how it basically works, which is super easy. Third, I'll be showing you how you can easily set up Apple Mail to Constant Contact using SyncApps. Next, together with us today, we have a very special guest. Please welcome Clint, our CEO and founder at Cazoomi, and he will be showing you how you set up your SyncApps integration for Apple Mail to Constant Contact. And lastly, we'll have a question and answer portion, but if you have any questions during the webinar, you can always ask us through the chat box down below. So, Apple Mail to Constant Contact. This SyncApps integration is actually very helpful to small to medium businesses, especially for Apple devices users, since they can easily connect or integrate their Apple contacts to their email marketing automation, which is Constant Contact, and send out email marketing campaigns to those contacts or leads from their devices. So the major features for this integration are, of course, it's very easy to sync your Constant Contact and Apple contacts via your any Apple device. So it also works for iCloud or Apple iCloud, so that you can sync all of your Apple contacts to Constant Contact. Next, you can also sync your contacts and leads from Constant Contact back to your Apple contacts. Also, you can easily list segmentation. You can segment your Apple contacts to different lists into Constant Contact. And lastly, you will never have to convert your Mac vCard to a CSV file ever again. So here's a very simple flowchart diagram on how Apple Mail to Constant Contact works with SyncApps. So you have, let's say you are running a small business, right? And you have an Apple device on hand, and all of your contacts and leads are listed down in your iMac or iPhone or even in your iCloud. With SyncApps, it is very easy to integrate and connect those contacts into Constant Contact. Keep in touch with your contacts via email marketing campaigns over your email marketing automation. So, how can you easily set up your Apple Mail to Constant Contact? Our Apple Contacts integration works on OS X Mavericks, Yosemite, El Capitan, and High Sierra, which is out for Apple Contacts integration to Constant Contact. Setting it up is actually super easy. You only need 5 super easy steps, or even 4. So first, all you have to do is to start your Apple Contacts SyncApps. So once you have downloaded our Apple Contacts plugin to your Apple device, you can then easily start it in your Mac and just log in to Constant Contact within the settings of the Apple Contacts SyncApps. So you will have to log in your Constant Contact using the plugin of our SyncApps for Apple devices. Third, you will need then to select which Apple contacts you would like to be integrated into your constant contact. You can select as many SyncApps groups which become contacts. You can choose some or all of your Apple contacts. It is basically up to you. Okay. So last and basically not the least, you will then just need to select a specific constant contact list and easily let it sync. So for now, I'm going to hand over the screen to our founder, Clint, for showcasing how you can easily set up your Apple Mail to constant contact with SyncApps.
Okay, thanks. Hi, everyone. We just walked through a couple of slides here, and I'll just kind of briefly go back to the beginning of the how to sync this. So the key thing to note is you can go to the Constant Contact Marketplace. And so on the Constant Contact Marketplace, they have Apple Contacts integration. So this works with a lot of use cases. So if you're a small business out there or even a medium-sized business with, let's say, salespeople that use Apple, that use their contacts, they can all sync these to different constant contact lists so that you can then have marketing send out emails to those folks. So at the Constant Contact Marketplace, once you have downloaded this, we have a really cool video on there as well that you can play, or just get this app. It'll come down and you'll drag it into your applications on your Mac, and this is what you'll see. So we'll just go over a couple different things. So the key thing here is settings. So in the settings that we have, just go to that one here. So in the settings here, you put in your constant contact information. So that'll go over to constant contact, it'll come back, and then it will authenticate you to this app. Now, key thing to note is this app is running on your Mac, laptop, or desktop. So every time you turn it on or open it, and then you're connected to the internet, it will be running. So that's key to note. So the other thing is here, when you put in your username for Constant Contact and then your password, it'll come back to the application and it'll say authenticated yes. So once you've got the green light here for yes in settings, then you're good to go. You can come over to sync list or sync contacts, and then you'll be able to choose which contacts you want and then which ones you want to sync to on the list side. So this, we'll just take a look at the list side right here. So this drop down, select constant contact list, this will allow you to look at the lists that are in your constant contact account. And by doing so, you'll be able to see, let's say in this case, you have a test list, Nugroho Apple, and then I'm going to select the the Apple groups. So you can come down here if you don't have any groups. A lot of people have groups, but if you don't have any, you can create a group automatically from here. And since it's running on your Mac, it'll create that group automatically, and then you can select it in the drop down here. So that way that you get your Apple Contacts group and the constant contact list, and you can sync that. So that's what that sync list tab up here is all about. And then of course next is the sync contacts. So let me go to that one. So this one here is where it looks at all of the groups that you have on your Mac, and then you can of course create more either on your Mac or in the application. And then you can pick and choose. So you can highlight all of them. In this case, we're just going to select 5. And then down here, one second, you're going to select the constant contact list that you want to sync to. So that's really it. As long as you're connected to the internet, this is running. You can have it run in the background. So just minimize all your windows at first and then run in the background. And then you can probably gauge it. Most people, in my case, I think I have I don't know, 20, 30,000 contacts on my Mac, but if you have, let's say, 100 to 200, it'll take a minute. If you've got a couple thousand, give yourself 30 minutes to an hour to sync those across. And then any data changes from the contacts on your Mac will sync over into Constant Contact. Key thing for that is you'll be able to segment really, really quickly because they'll be in different lists based on the groups that you have. And that will save you, in our estimation over the last decade of providing this for Constant Contact folks, is about 2 hours a week if you're manually doing this for your business. So Joanna, that's what I wanted to cover today, and be sure and have everyone go to the video that we have on the Constant Contact Marketplace, which is really cool, and a deep dive on how to set it up as well as how it works.
So thank you so much, Clint, for that very thorough and descriptive setup on how you can easily integrate your Apple contacts to Constant Contact via SyncApps. So as Clint said, we have a link over the chat box wherein you can go to our marketplace and visit for more information on our Apple Contacts to Constant Contact integration with the video. So that concludes our SyncApps Walkthrough Wednesdays for today, and we really appreciate you taking your time off and joining us. So for now, we are open to any questions that you might have regarding the integration, and our team will be happy to help and happy to answer any questions that you might have. So I think that there are no questions from the attendees. So if you have any further questions after the webinar, you can always send us a message at support@cazoomi.com, and our 24/7 support rockstars will be happy to help you out and gladly answer all the questions that you might have for Apple Mail to Constant Contact integration. So this concludes our webinar for today, and I'm Joanna. I thank you all for coming and have a great day ahead. Bye!